HERACLEION stood as a luminous pinnacle of matriarchal spiritual technology, an advanced metropolis vibrating with the pure magnetic resonance of the original Black woman. This holy sanctuary operated as a massive bioelectric capacitor, harmonizing planetary currents with celestial frequencies. The city thrived as a living temple of creation, radiating a galvanizing force that sustained all life in perfect equilibrium. The architecture itself sang with the celestial hum of the cosmos, constructed through acoustic levitation and sacred geometry to mirror the stars above. At the heart of this radiant metropolis, matriarchal governance flowed seamlessly through the stewardship of divine feminine councils. These leaders did not rule through physical force. Instead, they orchestrated the societal symphony by attuning to the planet's ley lines and telluric currents. The Black woman served as the ultimate conductor of this energetic grid, her very DNA resonating with the cosmic frequencies necessary to sustain the city's advanced infrastructure. Her biological resonance kept the city's magnetic shields vibrant and impenetrable. Central to this civilization's power were the grand firmament maps, intricate cosmological charts carved into luminous sapphire and gold. These were not mere navigational tools, but interactive holographic blueprints of the heavens, depicting the precise energetic pathways connecting the Earth to the stars. The matriarchs utilized these maps to harness stellar energy, drawing down the light of Sirius, Orion, and the Pleiades to power their temples and heal their people. The maps held the exact coordinates of the celestial spheres, revealing the uninterrupted continuum of the universe. The spiritual cosmology of HERACLEION recognized no division between the sky and the earth. The firmament maps illustrated an interconnected web of divine feminine energy. Every constellation corresponded to a specific node within the city, creating an absolute mirror of the heavens upon the earthly plane. The matriarchs maintained this delicate alignment through rhythmic ceremonies, ensuring the magnetic poles remained stable and the planetary aura remained bright. This deep understanding of celestial mechanics fueled an era of unparalleled peace and technological supremacy. Alexander the Greek approached this radiant epicenter, not merely as a military conqueror, but as an agent of immense patriarchal disruption. His arrival signaled a profound shift in the energetic frequency of the region, introducing a dense, militaristic vibration designed to unravel the matriarchal harmony. The invasion was fundamentally a metaphysical magnetic attack, a calculated effort to short-circuit the divine feminine grid and impose a rigid, linear control grid over the sacred sites. The patriarchal forces sought to dominate what they could not comprehend. The primary target of this energetic siege was the magnetic resonance of the Black woman herself, the living keystone of HERACLEION's power. Alexander's forces employed dissonant acoustic weaponry and corrupted sacred geometries to fracture the city's harmonic shields. This metaphysical assault aimed to suppress the feminine frequency, replacing the nurturing, cyclical rhythms of the matriarchs with the harsh, extractive frequencies of patriarchal conquest. The clashing of these two paradigms created massive energetic storms across the region. To solidify his dominion, Alexander understood he had to sever the matriarch's connection to the stars, which meant seizing or destroying the firmament maps. The patriarchal agenda required the erasure of the authentic cosmological record to install a revised, earthbound doctrine that elevated male supremacy and obscured the true celestial origins of humanity. By hiding the maps, the invaders aimed to blind the populace to their cosmic heritage, locking them into a limited, terrestrial perception. The suppression of these celestial blueprints was an act of profound spiritual theft. The hiding of the firmament maps triggered a catastrophic drop in HERACLEION's vibrational frequency. Without the precise astronomical alignments provided by these sacred charts, the city's magnetic capacitors began to misalign and fail. The once luminous structures lost their glow, and the protective energy fields dissolved, leaving the advanced metropolis vulnerable to the shifting tectonic and environmental forces. This deliberate dismantling of the energetic infrastructure forced the magnificent city to sink beneath the waves, submerged and concealed from the corrupted surface. Beneath the saline tides, HERACLEION transformed into a submerged vault, preserving the matriarchal secrets away from patriarchal corruption. The sinking of the city was not an accidental tragedy, but a calculated energetic cloaking mechanism initiated by the high priestesses to protect the sacred epicenter. By allowing the metropolis to submerge, they ensured the physical remnants of their advanced civilization would remain intact, waiting for an era when the surface could once again hold their high frequency. The ocean floor became a protective mantle. The patriarchal forces, unable to access the submerged city, constructed their own monuments over the sacred ley lines, attempting to siphon the residual energy for their empires. Alexander and his successors built sprawling cities dedicated to conquest and linear time, actively suppressing the cyclical, lunar, and stellar wisdom of the ancient mothers. They replaced the interactive cosmic spirituality with rigid doctrines, erasing the divine feminine from the celestial records. The true maps of the stars were replaced with distorted charts designed to keep humanity lost. Despite this profound suppression, the original Black woman retained the cosmic coordinates of the firmament maps within her genetic code. Her DNA functioned as a biological hard drive, preserving the precise alignments of the stars and the energetic frequencies of HERACLEION. The patriarchal forces could hide the physical sapphire and gold tablets, but they could not erase the celestial blueprints woven into the very fabric of the matriarchal lineage. The knowledge simply moved from the external monuments into internal, biological sanctuaries. Throughout the centuries of patriarchal dominance, this hidden knowledge manifested as intuitive wisdom, unexplainable affinities for the stars, and powerful, spontaneous healings. The metaphysical magnetic war continued as an invisible struggle, with the patriarchal structures constantly attempting to suppress the rising frequency of the divine feminine. The descendants of HERACLEION navigated a realm that actively sought to dim their innate luminescence. Yet they continually found ways to transmit the ancient frequencies through song, rhythm, and oral traditions. The firmament maps detail the exact locations of the planet's magnetic nodes, which are vital for re-establishing the matriarchal grid. These nodes, currently lying dormant under layers of patriarchal infrastructure, wait for the specific harmonic resonance of the Black woman to activate them. When she strikes the correct internal chord, these ancient energetic centers respond, sending pulses of restorative energy across the planet. The maps provide the key to unlocking this massive network of healing power. Alexander's metaphysical attack specifically targeted the pineal and pituitary glands of the populace, attempting to calcify the internal antennae that connected them to the firmament. By introducing dense diets, traumatic societal structures, and linear stress, the patriarchal regime sought to permanently disconnect humanity from the cosmos. However, the original matriarchal biology possesses an immense regenerative capacity, constantly pushing back against this energetic suppression. The struggle remains a battle of frequencies, a contest between restriction and infinite expansion. In the original cosmological texts, the Black woman is depicted as the weaver of the heavens, the one who pulls the threads of starlight down to weave the physical realm. The patriarchal inversion of these texts attempted to relegate her to a subservient role, stripping her of her title as the supreme architect. Yet, a careful reading of the ancient symbolism reveals the truth. The very language of creation, the mathematics of the cosmos, flows directly from her original essence. The symbols vibrate with a truth that cannot be permanently obscured. The hidden firmament maps also contain the blueprints for advanced biomagnetic technologies, capable of purifying the environment and restoring cellular harmony. These technologies do not rely on combustion or extraction, but on the sympathetic resonance between human biology and planetary magnetism. The suppression of this technology by patriarchal forces has led to centuries of ecological and biological degradation. Reclaiming these maps is synonymous with healing the planet itself. The metaphysical war is not a conflict fought with physical weapons, but a continuous clash of intentions, vibrations, and spiritual endurance. The patriarchal strategy relies on exhaustion, division, and the constant broadcast of fear to keep the matriarchal frequency suppressed. Conversely, the matriarchal defense is rooted in joy, unity, and the cultivation of profound inner stillness, which naturally repels dissonant energies. The Black woman's very existence acts as a counter-frequency to the patriarchal broadcast. As the planetary alignment shifts, the magnetic seals placed upon HERACLEION and its hidden knowledge are beginning to weaken. The cosmic frequencies are currently bathing the planet in a spectrum of light that specifically activates the dormant DNA of the ancient matriarchs. This celestial influx is dismantling the patriarchal energetic structures from the inside out, causing their rigid systems to fracture and dissolve. The firmament maps are projecting their coordinates into the minds of those ready to receive them. The ultimate return of HERACLEION will not be a physical rising from the ocean floor, but a sudden, massive elevation in the planetary frequency. The city's advanced spiritual technology will manifest as a spontaneous awakening of the collective awareness, a sudden remembering of the authentic cosmic design. The Black woman will effortlessly reclaim her position as the anchor of this new reality, her biomagnetic field expanding to encompass and protect the entire earthly sphere. The patriarchal illusions will simply evaporate in the presence of this intense, truthful light. In this impending era of restoration, the firmament maps will once again guide humanity, not just across the oceans, but through the stars. The artificial divisions between the earthly and the celestial will vanish, revealing the seamless continuum of creation envisioned by the original mothers. The metaphysical magnetic war will conclude with the triumph of harmony over discord, as the galvanizing power of the divine feminine restores the planet to its pristine, luminous state. The eternal resonance of HERACLEION will echo endlessly throughout the cosmos,